So now that you've had opportunity to practice these two, and I really hope you really did practice, you can watch me. Well, watch me is just like watching a professional athlete like shoot hoops and thinking that you can go and do it yourself. So you really have to struggle through it. You really have to practice. And I would rather you make lots of errors and correct those errors than to not try it all and just copy me. You're not going to get anywhere like that by doing that. So let's work on problem 18. So our points 0, 6, and 3, 750. So here they are giving us our initial value, so that makes our job easier. I can go back to the proof, but we already know that a is going to be equal to 6. So then we could rewrite our function f of x is equal to 6b to the x power. And I can now substitute my second point in order to find b. So I'm going to replace f of x with my y coordinate. So 750 is equal to 6 times b raised to the third power. So I'm going to get b by itself. So I have to first divide both sides by 6. And make some more room over here. So 750 divided by 6 is 125. So that's equal to b cubed. And then finally, I could take the cube root of b, or I can think of raising both sides to 1/3 power, right? I'm going to raise it to the reciprocal of this exponent. So in your calculator, I know you don't have cube roots and fourth root, so this reciprocal method really helps because you're going to put 125, you could put your little caret, and then you will type 1/3. Make sure you put a parentheses around the 1/3 or you may get some weird results. So when I do that, I see that my answer will be 5 is equal to b. So this one actually works out nicely. So I don't have a fractional answer. So now that I have a, I have b, I can rewrite my function. So f of x is equal to 6 times 5 raised to the x power. What we're trying to do is take these 2 points and write an exponential function from the 2 points. So first what we're going to do is we're going to replace our x with our x coordinate and our f of x with our y coordinate to make an equation. So for our first point, that's going to give us 6 is equal to ab to the negative second power. And for our second point coordinate, it's going to give us 1 is equal to ab to the third power. And I'm going to solve this by substitution. So I'm going to solve for a. So a is equal to, and you imagine that you can, let me just switch my color for a little bit. If you multiply both sides by b to the negative third, right, these will cancel times b to the negative third. Like, what can I multiply this by to make this cancel out to 0? So it's negative 3. So I'll end up getting with this, a is equal to b to the negative 3. So these will cancel out to 1, right? And I'm just left with that. And this is a really bad negative 3. Let me make it a little bigger so I don't mess up. So now that I know a in terms of b, I can substitute this into this equation right here. So I can rewrite the top equation as 6 is equal to b to the negative 3. Make that a b times b to the negative 2. And this is where I messed up. I think I accidentally wrote positive 2 instead before, but I'm just going to correct it. So I can, because this is the product rule, what I can do, I'm going to rewrite it here, 6 is equal to, I'm going to add the 2 exponents. I think some of you are accidentally multiplying, but remember product rule, when you multiply common base with different exponents, you add the 2 exponents. So it's b to the negative 5. So, and then I can get this by itself by multiplying both sides, right? We want just b to the first power. So what do I multiply negative, or what power can I, what do I multiply negative 5 by? Let me get, because I don't need a b, I just want an exponent, in order to get a 1, so it's the inverse, the reciprocal. So I can multiply this by negative 1/5. And if I raise this to the negative 1/5 power, I'm going to have to raise this to the negative 1/5 power. So I get 6 to the negative 1/5 power is equal to b. And then finally, if I know b, I can then figure out a. So I'll just plug it in here. So a is equal to, let me just make another line. I'm just making more space. A is equal to b, I'm sorry, 6. It's not a b. There should be a 6 to the negative 1/5. That's b, raised to the negative third power. So because this is a product rule, just multiply the two exponents. So a is equal to 6 to the positive 3/5 power. You don't really need a plus sign. But now we have our b, we have an a, and we're going to plug both back into the formula. So f of x is equal to 6 to the 3/5 power times 6 to the negative 1/5 power raised to the x power, or I can combine it, so equals to 6 to the 3/5 power times 6 to the negative negative x over 5. Right, I'm just multiplying the two together. I'll make this look more x-like. There we go. And that will be our final answer right here.